Oh man. Woo. They're rough. Woo. Nasty cold here. Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about that. Nah, I got a nasty little cold, man. I'm just trying to get over it. It's weird, man. This weather keep changing. And I don't really get sick like that, but man, I don't know. I don't know what happened. It happened like a couple days ago. And man, it just started, the last couple days have been rough, man. I just started to kind of recover a little bit. Still got the nasty cough, but I'll be all right. I can tough it out. It's like I'm gonna tough it out through this video. This live stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tough it out. When the going get tough, you got to push through it, man. It's a rough experience. Nobody likes to get sick, especially guys like me. You know what I'm saying? I usually take care of my body pretty well, but it just got me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it though. Y'all see the title, man. Bucs OC Search and Coen denied access. Uh-huh. Duval. I watched the press conference too. I actually watched it. Yeah, everybody clowning him, man. I watched the press conference, man. It was funny. Oh yeah. Back with your girl. You usually be first on some of this stuff. You did call that. I mean, history shows itself. I don't even know how people was mad. He has a history of doing that. Duval. Oh, that was so cringeworthy. I ain't finna hate on the man though. I ain't mad at him. I would have did the same thing. I'm taking that $12 million, but I would have sold. But you know what's so crazy? Even if he would have signed that contract, the Bucs wasn't going to be able to hold him anyway because it's not a lateral move. I don't think people recognize that. I don't think people recognize that we couldn't stop him anyway. Yeah. So how y'all liking the OC search so far? Hmm. Can I say, can we call ourselves Tampa Bay Rams? Can I call us Tampa Bay Rams? That's what we is now, Tampa Bay Rams. It's like we always trying to duplicate somebody. Can't establish our own culture. Who on y'all top of y'all list? Who y'all got? Who y'all really want? It's pretty clear what the Bucs trying to do. A young guy between 28, 40 years old. I think the Bucs really want somebody from the Rams staff. Tampa Bay Rams. That sounds about right. The Tampa Bay Rams. Yeah, why people are leaving, Todd? Todd, speak your mind. People keep getting up out of here. Whoever the OC is, I think what the Bucs trying to do, they're trying to keep it as close as possible for what they had with Baker in the offense, Bucs offense. I don't think they're going to veer off too far from that. It seems like the Bucs trying to follow the Rams, but the problem is you got Todd Bowles as the head coach. Can you imagine Sean McVay with our team? Come on, man. Let's keep it real. Sean McVay, head coach for the Bucs, man. Like the Bucs want to be the Rams so bad. It's like the Bucs don't want to be the Bucs. They want to be somebody else. But the problem is, no matter how much the Bucs try to duplicate the Rams, the problem is they don't have Sean McVay. We don't have Sean McVay. We can pluck the OCs and we can pluck the quarterbacks coach, tight end coach, passing game coordinator. That's all cool. But y'all forget Sean McVay running that show. If Sean McVay was our head coach, we'd probably get the Super Bowl. I've been telling y'all this. Todd Bowles, he has a ceiling. I just don't see us getting to the Super Bowl with Todd Bowles. We'll win the division, but unless the Bucs get like this franchise changing player, like Tristan Wirfs is good. I mean, great. I'm sorry, great. Winfield Jr. is great. Baker's good. Evans is great. Godwin's great. You know what I'm saying? But unless we get a game changing coach or a franchise turning player, I don't see the Bucs going to the Super Bowl with Todd Bowles. Be Evans on the back end of his career. Lavonte David, he might retire. You know, we're gonna lose some players. We're gonna lose some staff members. Mike Greenberg gonna be gone probably next year. Lost John Spytek. Greenberg gonna be next. Baker, 30. I mean, we got some good young players, but I think it's coming down to coach. I always said this: the combination of Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield is not high ceiling. And let me ask y'all this question: whoever the Bucs hires an OC, let's just say the Bucs hire one of the Rams staff members, young guy, and the Bucs offense still remains the same. They still look good, top 5, maybe a little drop back, maybe top 10, but still great. Top 10 run game, top 10 pass game, top 10 third down, top 10 GM, top 10 roster, top 10 everything, right? But the Bucs don't get to the Super Bowl. Would the Bucs go through this again? Would they allow a young OC to get up out of there? Because remember, the Bucs can't block promotions. If the contract is 3 years, that's cool. But if that young OC gets offered a head coaching job, the Bucs can't stop that. If it's a lateral move, the Bucs can stop it. But the Bucs cannot stop whoever becomes the OC and does well, and he gets offered a head coaching job. Can't stop it. And the only way the Bucs can keep him is to promote him to the head coach. Because what's going to happen is we're going to end up becoming the Tampa Bay Steelers. We got 9 wins, 10 wins, but we get to the playoffs and don't do anything. And to be honest with you, we should have lost it. We should have lost that Commanders game. Come on, man. No way we should have lost that game. Should have lost that game. But I was coaching, though. There's a limit. It's either we change coaches and get a more aggressive coach on offense, or we remain the same and just win 9-10 games a year, which is cool. But I think for the Bucs to be taken serious, we got to get at least to the NFC Championship game, at least one time, with Todd Bowles as the head coach, and then be one play away from Super Bowl. But the problem is, like what your girl said, Super Bowl window don't stay open forever. I mean, you look at the teams that was ahead of us throughout the season. They all got better coaches. Half of them got better quarterbacks, but if you look at the team that's ahead of the Bucs, there's a gap with the head coach. You know what I'm saying? And the NFC is not even hard either. To be honest with you, the NFC don't have no game changers at quarterback. Jalen Daniels, he's pretty nice. But the NFC is not hard. I don't think the NFC is hard. If you put the Bucs in the AFC, we'll be lucky to win 9 games. I think there's more of a challenge in the AFC. NFC South, weak division. I always say this though, man. The Bucs, they just gotta first and foremost get the right OC. They're searching. Don't get me wrong. What's up, man? But I think the Bucs just got too many holes, but can't really worry about them right now because we got to figure out what the OC situation looks like. And then once we get that out the way, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be somebody from the Rams. They might even get the quality control assistant to be an OC from the Rams. Yeah, Mom Christ, exactly. Yeah, the Bucs in the AFC, man. I wouldn't be thinking about advancing. What you think we could beat the Ravens, the Bills, the Chiefs, man, the Bengals? Nah, we'll struggle against the Steelers too. You know, the Texans. Oh, we'll struggle. We'll struggle big time. But the Bucs could stay in house with the OC. You know, uh, I think that'd be pretty cool. Kevin Cranberry, uh, the offensive line coach, Thaddeus Lewis, Josh Gizzard. You know, Nick Colley, the other guy. I watched I watched a little story behind that guy, the younger guy, real young guy. Pretty cool story, man. And they have to write out plays. They have to draw out plays. It's pretty dope. And they all go through it. All the Sean McVay minions went through the process. You know, and we're gonna now. There's other teams that want these guys too, but with these guys come knowing that Todd Bowles is iffy, and even though we win in the division, but why there always seems like to be a dark cloud over Todd Bowles' head. It's always a dark cloud over Todd Bowles' head, and it's weird. Won the division 4 years in a row, but most of us in the Bucs community kind of like, kind of over him. I think a lot of us realize there is a ceiling with Todd Bowles. A lot of us recognize that. Since he's been with the Bucs, he hasn't been bad. 27 and 20, 27 and 24 as the head coach. Overall head coaching under 500. So he is who he is. There's no doubt about that. We're not changing that. You know what I'm saying? We do realize that, right? Do we understand that part? 27 and 24, over 500. That's, that's above average. But overall, as the head coach, well below 500. And this OC hire is going to be very important. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all expect a drop back? A drop back? Do y'all expect a drop in offense? Which explains why the Bucs really want to get somebody similar to Coen, but it's hard to duplicate that. It's hard to duplicate what the Bucs did with Coen. Like whoever comes in, they're gonna under pressure, man. Like unfortunately, they're gonna be under pressure. It's gonna be hard to duplicate that. It's gonna be hard to, what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. If you think that everything's gonna remain the same and nothing's gonna change, and we're gonna be top 5 quarterback, top 5 run game, top 5 O line, top 5 receiving core, top 5 GM, top 5 O line, top 5 tight ends, top 10 linebacker, top 10 or top 5 safety. All these top 5s the Bucs got, but we're not Super Bowl contenders. How come we got all these top 5 stats, but we're not Super Bowl contenders? According to the Bucs fans, I mean, we top 5 in a lot of stuff. I mean, they love throwing out the top 5 GM, top 5. I mean, but why are we not Super Bowl contenders if we got top 5 GM, top 5 quarterback, top 5 offense, top 5 offense, top 5 O-line, top 5 receiving core? You know, I don't understand. Can somebody help me understand that? How can we be top 5 in all these categories, but we're not Super Bowl contenders? Can somebody help me understand that part? That's the part that's confusing me. Because every year since Brady got here, it's always been top 5 this, top 5 that. I'm just trying to figure out, why are we not Super Bowl contenders? Top 5 run defense. Yeah, top 5 run defense. Top 5 run defense. Let me break this down for y'all. Top 5 safety. Top 5 run defense. Top 5 quarterback. Top 5 O-line. Top 5 receiving core. Top 5 GM. Top 10 tight end. What's the problem? Something got to give, folks. We can't keep, we can't keep claiming this point and the results are not there. 2020 was great. It was an awkward season, but it was great. Super Bowl, I was there. But ever since then, it's been going kind of downhill, and we just started kind of going uphill a little bit, but it's kind of been mediocre ever since. Because if you put all the offensive categories together and all the defensive categories together, what do you think the Bucs are ranked as an overall team? Like if you had Madden, what number would they be rated at? Like an 85, 80? You know what I'm saying? Because I know as Bucs fans, we want to see results. We don't want to keep saying top 5 this, top 5 that, and then it's not matching. So we're slightly above average. Okay. So about between 80 and 85, which is slightly above average, which where I will have them right there. I wouldn't put them below 15. I'll put them between 11 and 15. 11 and 15. But I will say this: the OC hire, whoever they hire as OC, and unfortunately, it's gonna be pressure. We got to make the jump. Got to make the jump. Like we had 8 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins. We got to make the jump. So let's get back to this OC situation. Like, if you really think about it, would y'all be okay if it's just anybody from the Ram staff? Quality control assistant, assistant offensive line coach. I'm talking about assistant tight end coach, assistant passing game coordinator. Would y'all be okay with that? Like, we don't get the top guys. We don't get his main lieutenants, but we get like the second tier of his staff. Oh no, Bowles is not the only problem. There's a multitude of problems. I mean, the Bucs might end up with the assistant tight ends coach from the Rams staff because they want to hold on to that. And I wish the longer this goes, the more awkward it gets for the Bucs. It does. The longer this goes, because Coen ditched him, and they haven't, like, as soon as they hire an OC, it'll kind of like clear up the like Coen situation. But until then, it's going to be a dark cloud over their heads. Because right now, the Bucs don't have an OC. I mean, from Canales to Coen, that was a big jump. Canales was not good at all to me. Canales was average at best. Coen made him look like a baby chicken with his offense. And I got to be honest with you, I think he's going to do something in Jacksonville Jaguars offense too. Let's be real. He's going to do something with that offense too. As much as we don't want to see that, but I just got a funny feeling like his scheme, it was good. It was good. Like, I think he's going to do something with it. I mean, they got Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, Ryan Thomas Jr. You know, that offense, it ain't terrible. It just had bad coaching. I don't like the quarterback, but I think he can make Trevor Lawrence look like Baker Mayfield. Trevor Lawrence numbers, it will be better. Just because what we saw from Coen with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had an eye season with Canales, but with Coen, I think Coen maxed out Baker Mayfield. I think he maxed out Baker Mayfield. I think Liam Coen maxed out Baker Mayfield. 41 touchdowns, 16 picks. I think that's it. That's Baker right there. That's Max. That's Max Baker Mayfield. That's a power up, a super power up. You know, that's a super power. Going from Canales to Coen, that was a super power up. That was a super mushroom Mario. That's like Super Mario. Like, that's like Mario getting the start, because it was night and day. Like, and unfortunately, the new OC, regardless, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to wait at least 8-9 weeks. But I can see the Jacksonville Jaguars offense looking a lot better, because if he can do that with the Bucs offense, and you know the Bucs offense has talent, right? And let's not be naive now. The Jacksonville Jaguars offense has some talent. So who says he can't do that with Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne? I mean, let's be real. I mean, as much as we don't want to admit that, but it'll look a lot better than what Doug Peterson had and Press Taylor. He's going to do better than those guys. I wouldn't be surprised Jacksonville will be a top 15 offense. And it's going to be a lot of yak, a lot of screen passes, a lot of flares, a lot of checkdowns, because Baker Mayfield was a yak merchant. I think over 40% of his yards was yak. So he's going to make Trevor Lawrence a yak merchant. When I say yak merchant, that's yards after catch. I mean, Trevor Lawrence throw the ball 4 yards, they pick up 12 yards. Trevor Lawrence throws the ball 3 yards, turns into an 11-yard game. Trevor throws the ball at the line of scrimmage for 0 yards, ends up with 7 yards. That's what I'm talking about. Baker Mayfield did the exact same thing. Baker Mayfield was a yak merchant. I mean, good Lord. When I looked at the advanced stats, I was like, damn. Yeah, 4,500 yards, but over 35% of that was yak. I was like, Jesus Christ. And the Bucs offensive line was not bad, but for whatever reason, Coen just felt like screen pass, middle screen pass, tight end, player to Bucky Irvin, player to Rashad White, quick pass to Cobb. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of that. And it worked because it forced you to tackle. If you're not a good tackling team, the Bucs going to eat you up. If you can't tackle, Liam Coen's offense is going to eat you up. It's Coen's McVay's offense does not require down the field throws to be productive. That's why you think Cooper Kupp and Puka Nakua are beasts, but they don't never get like the deep balls. Stat pad. So bucket with your girl. That's what you feel like? Stat pad. I don't know. Some of the games it did look like he was trying to do that. It was a little weird, a little awkward. Like the Chris Godwin injury. I mean, at one, the Bucs got what 41-18, and the Bucs kept trying to fight. And that the game was they weren't going to win that game, but for some strange reason, they kept the starters in there. And you knew when you play games like that, sometimes you got to wave the white flag. You know what I'm saying? Oh, in the red zone, Josh, red zone. I mean, it's easy the red zone shrinks. So go look at the inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, you can get the 41 touchdowns when you're throwing like 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal at the 6. He got a lot of touchdown passes like that. But it doesn't change the fact that he was a yak merchant. But that Ravens game kind of told you, like, what were you doing? Like, I know a lot of us was pissed off, but we sitting there watching the game, 41-18. We're like, man, this game over with. 4th quarter. And for some strange reason, as soon as the Bucs scored a touchdown, they thought they can just roar back. At no point they was in control of that game. And then you end up losing one of your best players for the season because of greed. It was embarrassing. Like a lot of us was pissed off when we saw Godwin get hurt because it was like, why? And then Bowles got a lot of heat behind that. Like, why was he in the game? You were not going to win that game. But I sat there and watched the game with everybody. As soon as the Bucs scored a touchdown, I was like, look, watch. They're going to keep starters in. If he would have just waved the white flag, I get it, he don't want to give up, but you got to look at the situation. Can you imagine if we would have had Godwin for the rest of the season? Mike Evans, I think he hurt his hamstring too. And can you imagine if we'd had a healthy Godwin and healthy Evans after that game for the rest of the season? We probably win more than 10 games. But it was a strange thought process because just go back and watch the game. At what point in that 4th quarter that you thought that the Bucs were going to win that game? Yeah, that score was a lie. Got our butt whooped. Up and down the field in the 2nd half. It hurt me too. I ain't gonna hold you. It hurt me. I was like, damn, Godwin got hurt out for the season. And what's so crazy is the Bucs still ended up losing that game. So what was the point of that? Was the Bucs that desperate? And then you spent the next 3-4 games throwing the ball to J Mac and Cade Otton went on a tear. The offense was still working because we ran the ball more. And then we got Mike Evans back at week 11 after the bye. I mean, it hurt me because I was like, why? We're not going to win the game. Why is he in the game? And I kept saying that. I was like, we're not going to win this game. Why the starter still in? Go back and watch the film. Go back and watch the tape. Go back and watch the video. We're like, in the 4th quarter, now 3 scores. What are we doing? Like 9 minutes left. What are you doing? It was like a gut punch for the Bucs fan base. You know, so going back to the OC hire, It's going to be very important. I hope whoever the OC is going to be, just be somewhat productive. I'm not expecting Liam Coen's numbers, but we can't have a major drop off. I don't mind a minor drop off. Yeah, Chris Godwin had like 50 or 53 catches. He had like 560 yards, like 5 touchdowns. He was like top 3 in all the categories. And he just kept throwing the ball. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, man, looks like I win this game. But I am expecting a little drop. Yeah. I'm expecting a little drop off. Just because he come from the Sean McVay branch, that doesn't mean everything's gonna like remain the same. Yeah, this is gonna be a first time play caller. Whoever we hire, this is gonna be their first time calling plays. Because none of the guys we're interviewing are actually OCs. I mean, pass game coordinator, tight end, online, whatever the case may be, but none of them have called plays. So it's gonna be interesting. Yep, again for the Canales, Coen, now the third season in a row. Somebody brand new. Gotta get used to the players. And every OC is not the same. Let me repeat that. Every OC, look, Canales is not the same as Coen. And Coen is not the same as Canales. So if y'all think that we're going to get the same guy as Canales as Coen, nah, man. Coen did some special work. Yeah. Yeah. Last one, yeah. His offense stays ahead of the sticks. That's why the Bucs is good on third downs. Because every time it's third down, it's like 34, 36, 33. But yeah, we didn't have a lot of third and longs. That's why them check downs and them flare the swing routes were all like extended runs. I mean, the Bucs turned into Tampa Bay Patriots. They turned it into the Tampa Bay Rams. Now we're going to become the Tampa Bay Rams. Funny, right? At some point, the Bucs going to have their own identity. At some point, I think the next head coach, if we do get another head coach, he's going to come in and give us our own identity. We're not going to be Tampa Bay Patriots. We're not going to be Tampa Bay Rams. We're going to be Tampa Bay Bucs. But the Bucs, I will say this though, the Bucs are treading water. Now, the second topic I want to talk about, Liam Coen tried to interview our offensive line coach for the same job with Jacksonville Jaguars. Just like the Bucs front office ain't rocking with him. They denied his ASS access. It was like, no, you cannot interview Kevin Cranberry because he wanted to bring him over with the same job with the Jags or offensive line coach. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was funny that he had the BLLS to request an interview from the Bucs staff. But here's the funny thing: whoever the Bucs bring in, what if he wants his own staff? Are you going to make the new OC keep all the guys that he don't know? I'm like, wait a minute, how you going to ditch the Bucs? I ain't mad at you, but you're going to peace out on the Bucs, peace up, A-Town down. You're going to, you're going to chuck the do sign. And then turn right around and say, hey, can I get Kevin Cranberry as the offensive line coach? You know what's so crazy? I believe Kevin Cranberry would have took that job. I honestly believe if Jason Light didn't block that, he would have took that job. I thought that was hilarious. Did anybody thought that it was hilarious that he actually requested? Like, that's like him knocking on the door, somebody in your house, and then coming up there knocking for some to borrow some sugar. Like, excuse me, can I borrow your water hose to wash my hell no. He was bold for that. He had the ball, he had the BALS steel cojones. How you gonna pull that stunt and then try to request an interview? Jason Light, if I would say this. Remember when Canales left? Canales took a couple guys with him. Brad Isaac, it was no hard feelings there, right? Jason Light and company, they didn't get mad at Canales for taking a couple guys at all. That's why when he says it's all love with the Bucs and all that stuff like that, that's BS. I thought that was funny because Canales was able to take a couple guys, and Canales left. He left. It was on some cool stuff. Liam Coen did some shady stuff. And I think Jason Light would have been cool with it if he would have signed the contract and still left, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Because he would have signed on, got offered the job. It was a promotion. In the NFL rule book, when you get offered a promotion, you can leave. A lot of people don't know that. So he could have signed the contract. I think nobody would have had a big deal if he just would have signed the contract and still interview. But they said the contract said he could not interview, but they couldn't stop that if it was for a promotion. This is why the Bucs front office look a little goofy for doing that. Like, why would you put a stipulation, the ironclad stipulation, saying he can't do this when it was a clear promotion? So that ironclad wording in that contract was not going to stop Coen from taking that job. Now, granted, he should have signed the contract, but he still could have took that Jacksonville Jaguar job. And the Bucs front office got to take a little egg with that, because that was goofy for them to put an ironclad, redefined print. And then you get mad when he don't answer the phone. When you basically tell this man, if you sign this contract, you can't get a head coaching job. I'm just saying. And according to the NFL rules, if you're going from an OC to a head coach, that cannot be blocked. I'm going to repeat this. Go read the rule book. A promotion from OC to head coach, DC to head coach, offensive line coach to OC, that you cannot block promotions. How many times I got to say this? You cannot block promotions. I don't care what the language said in the contract with Coen, what Jason Light and Mike Greenberg and Spivey had. It did not matter. Facts over feelings. Read the rules. He still could have left. He would have left regardless. He just didn't want to sign the contract. Nothing is black and white until the contract is signed. But once again, you cannot block promotions. No matter how you feel about Coen, it was a promotion. So whether he signed the contract or not, he was going to take that job. Now, him requesting the interview, Kevin Cranberry, that was bold. But according to Liam Coen, it's all good. Then he said Baker Mayfield told him to go get the job. I was like, oh my God, what is this guy doing? He threw Baker Mayfield out there. He said, Baker told me to go get the job. I called him up. He was with some old linemen and blah, blah. And I was talking to Baker about the job, and he told me to go get it. And I don't believe Baker Mayfield said that. And then don't answer your phone. You talk to Todd Bowles, but you don't talk to the front office. I thought that was weird. You know, he just burnt a lot of bridges. And that's what I'm saying, Sal. They're not understanding. No matter how they try to spin it, and he wrong for that. Like at the end of the day, it was a promotion. Went from 4 million to 12 million, and he got a promotion. That's the part that people don't understand. Sal, I'm with you on that. Like, I don't blame him. Yeah, did he do a little funny stuff? Yeah, of course. But there's a reason why he didn't sign the contract. Because his camp was like they trying to strong arm him into staying with the Bucs. I guarantee you, in my opinion, if the Bucs didn't put that stipulation in there, he would have signed that contract. Yeah, he might have been a little funny acting how he did it and a little slimy and all that, but I don't blame him. I'm gonna say this again. Whether he signed the contract or not, he was gonna take that job. The minute you saw Trent Baalke get fired, you knew what time it was. Liam Coen was the number 2 guy, number 2, behind Ben Johnson. You can say a lot of stuff, don't mean it's true. He said, Baker Mayfield said, go get the job. I don't believe that. Exactly, Sal. He still would have left. That's the part they don't understand. He still would have left if he would have signed that contract. He still was going to take the head coaching job. That's an egg on the Bucs front office. They shouldn't have did that. They should have been aware. They should have been aware of his history. He's not wrong. I'm not mad at him at all. Do all, but for him to say Baker Mayfield said go get the job, I don't believe that. Like you can see where he's trying to be like cool, but you can see the hole in his story. But him requesting an interview with the offensive line coach. Now here's my thing. Why would the Bucs, if Kevin Cranberry had an interest in going over there, why would the Bucs stop that? Why would they stop that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they stop? If the guy want to go over there, I mean, because you got to think about it. You bring another guy in, so you mean to tell me whoever the new OC going to be, he got to accept Tom Moore, Kevin Cranberry, Gills, Thaddeus Lewis, I'm just saying. Because if I'm coming into an organization, I'm bringing guys I'm comfortable with. I'm not working with guys I'm not familiar with. That's how it works. When a head coach takes a job, what does he do? He clean house. Sometimes he'll keep a staff member here and there, but most of the time they clean house. Yeah, Baker was like, man, I didn't say that. Don't throw me under the bus, man. Come on, Coen. All I'm saying, the new OC doesn't have to accept the current staff. That's not fair. As a matter of fact, does anybody who came with Coen? Who came with Coen? When Coen was named the OC, who came with him? Does anybody know? I can pull it up on. I mean, I'm gonna see if anybody know this. Was Kevin one of the guys that came with Coen? Ooh, I am burning up. Okay, so Kevin came with Coen, and they blocked it. So there you go. So he was the only guy that came up with him. So are you mad at that? They have a relationship. Or the tight ends coach and the receiver coach too. So there you have it. So he has a relationship with a couple guys on the staff currently for the Bucs. They have a contract, but Coen wants to pluck a couple of them. No, that was Brad Isaac. Brad Isaac was the receiver coach with Canales. So he had a relationship with a couple guys on the staff. He wants one in particular. I ain't even mad at that. What if Kevin wants to go? What if he wants to go? What if Coen say, "Hey, be my OC. I'm O-line coach to OC. That's a promotion, not a lateral move." The reason why the Bucs was able to block it because it was a lateral move. He wanted to bring him over as O-line coach. That's a lateral move. He's going to have to promote Kevin Cranberry to get him out of there. And they'll figure out something. They'll figure out something. I think the Bucs front office, they feelings hurt. They're having a hard time getting over it, which explains why they blocked it. Yeah, so whoever's going to be the OC is going to be basically the passing game coordinator. But they can finagle that with the writing and the words and the details and the responsibilities. There's always a way around stuff. He says it's personal for Tampa. Yeah, it's personal. But the Bucs got to get over it, though. They got to get over it. They hurt, though. You can tell they hurt. Can I play? No. Can I borrow one? No. It's personal. It's definitely personal. But they got to get over it, though. They got to get over it. But at the end of the day, the Bucs, they got a plan moving forward. Hopefully, they do things right and they get right, and they'll be fine. In my personal opinion, I'm going to make another video Has anybody been watching the Senior Bowl practice? Ooh. Has anybody been watching the Senior Bowl practice? I've been watching pass rushers, D-line, tight ends, and running backs. This class is deep. Deeper, baby. Deeper. Deeper, baby. Deeper. They got some really good cornerbacks sitting out there, some really good safeties in this draft. This draft class is pretty good. A lot of pass rushers. 5 technique, 3 technique, 0 tech, 1 tech, wide 9, whatever you want. It's in this class. The linebackers are solid, but not the best position. The best positions that I've seen was the pass rushers, the D tackles, the tight ends, the cornerbacks, and the running backs. I'm gonna make another video probably tomorrow or Saturday talking about this because I was watching some of them highlights and watching some of what they were saying. Man, look, if we can find a way to get Mike Green or that guy from Boston College, and I talked about that guy, the guy from Boston College, 34-inch arms. Now, the thing about Mike Green, about 250, about 32-inch arms wingspan, 32 inches. But he kind of reminds me of Dwight Freeney. Mike Green, kind of like a Dwight Freeney. Wiry, fast, quick, powerful, impact. But that guy from Boston College, I'm just saying, the pass rusher from Boston College. Yeah, they got a couple D tackles. That looks good too. And you can't get enough of down lineman. The guy from Ole Miss. They got a couple of Ole Miss. Texas A&M, Stewart. The cornerback from South Carolina. The cornerback from East Carolina. They got some guys. Man, look. Man. And the Bucs need another safety too. But cornerback and D-line, man, it's a good draft for it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bucs double up. I wouldn't mind the Bucs doubling up on D linemen outside. I wouldn't mind the Bucs doubling up on cornerback like the Philadelphia did. The Rams double up on the D line. The Eagles double up on the cornerbacks, first and second round. Can the Bucs do that? Sure. I'm watching the tape. I'm like, man, a lot of these guys got some real talent. And then some of the juniors was able to participate in the Senior Bowl. So this class is deep. And even the tight ends are deep. That's like 5 or 6 tight ends that can go in the first two rounds. First 3. Yeah, that's what you mean. We is losing. William Golson is long in the tooth. And Tryon Stoinka, he ain't coming back. So you definitely got a pass rush need. I'm gonna get more familiar with these guys. I'm gonna get the names down. I'm gonna have a couple of videos about them. Like I did like the last couple of seasons. I've been doing pretty good. I point them out. It's up to the Bucs, man. I'm not a scout, but I know what I see. Hashtag what your eyes tell you. And the Mike Green ran over a potential first round draft pick in O'Connell Jr., Conley Jr. from Oregon. Ran them over. Did y'all know Jamel Dean cap hit is $15 million? Top 10 out of all the cornerbacks. He has a top 10 cap hit. $15 million. I didn't even realize that until I looked at the cap. All the top 10 cornerbacks cap hit. Jamel Dean is in the top 10. I think he's like 8 or 9. $15 million cap hit. I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah. Oh, no. You draft you a guy in the first, second round, you good. And keep Zion McCullough, of course. And get you a guy a lot cheaper. You can put that money somewhere else. There ain't no way in hell you can pay Jamel Dean $15 million. Hell no. For that production? Oh, no. They're paying Jamel Dean like he's a top 10 cornerback. Oh, hell no. we're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to the Senior Bowl video, because I'm gonna probably point out about 10 guys between D line, outside linebacker, and cornerback. I'm gonna point them out. Y'all tell me. But I was watching it, man. There's about several guys that's like plug and play. Like, no offense to Chris Braswell, he's more of a project, but some of these guys are going to be instant impact. Like Braswell might turn to be a pretty decent guy. I hope he's not like a Soinka. I hope Chris Braswell doesn't end up like a Tryon Soinka. Like he can't get right. He's still developing. That's why I wouldn't mind if the Bucs go outside linebacker, pass rusher, and another D lineman in the first 2 rounds. I would not be mad. Oh, I would not be mad if the Bucs go East Carolina cornerback first round, and then turn around and get another cornerback. I'm just saying, for some strange reason, I just got a feeling the Bucs should double it up. Whatever the weakest area, just double it up in the first 2 rounds. Now, how are they going to do it? I'm okay with that. 2 D linemen or 2 outside pass rushers or 2 cornerbacks or a cornerback safety. As long as the more and more I'm watching what the Bucs need, they need an infusion of talent at a couple positions. Yeah, Chris beat Chop beat Suit. Yeah, I hope Braswell don't turn to be a Noah Spence. Exactly. I hope he don't turn to be a Noah Spence. Similar build too. I don't want Chris Bradwell to turn to be a Noah Spence, man. I'll be like, God, we missed. But I would not mind the Bucs doubling up in the first 2 rounds. Cornerback, safety. Outside pass rusher. 3rd round, then you go back and get your. So if you go cornerback safety first 2 rounds, or safety cornerback, Malachi Starks, or the East Carolina guy, or the South Carolina guy, whatever, cool. And then you come back in the 2nd round, get a safety, cool. And in the 3rd round, you go get outside pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? Or you go get an outside linebacker 1st round, and the Bucs are picking at 19. So it's kind of a weird spot. That's not the best spot. And the Bucs could wheel and deal. If the Bucs smart, I would trade out of the 19. That's not really a good spot. Trade down to the late 1st round and get better value. Go down to like 20, between 24 and 28. Because the value is going to be there. And you could pick up an extra 3rd round. Or you can pick up a 2nd and a 4th. Wouldn't that be smart though? Would y'all agree with that? If the Bucs drop from 19 to like 23, 24, pick up an extra 3rd round pick. Would y'all be cool with that? Because to have a 1st round pick, a 2nd round pick, and 2 3rd round picks, that's 4 guys that can come in right away. How many Bucs can do it? And what if some guys start to drop? Like Mike Green, the guy from BC, and the Bucs in the 19. Would y'all be okay with the Bucs trading up to go get their guy? No, the quarterback depth is there, man. It's a good class. That's why I don't mind the Bucs trading down a couple spots to pick up an extra 2nd or 3rd round pick. Man, come on, man. Because we know those first 3 rounds are very important, especially for a team like the Bucs. We need an infusion of talent at cornerback and D line, and particularly outside linebacker. So to pick up an extra draft pick, an extra 2nd or 3rd round pick, shoot, I'm taking that all day. And all I gotta do is drop back like 5 picks. But what is the weakest position for the Bucs right now? Is it safety? Is it cornerback or outside passer? That's what's going to have to figure out. What is the weakest position on the Bucs right now? If you had put them in order, Give me your top 3 positions from the weakest to the weakest, the most weakest to the least weakest. Give me your top 3. Put them in order. Number 1 is your weakest. Number 2 is your second weakest, and number 3 is your third weakest. We're gonna talk about this more this weekend, probably. So. I'm gonna say edge. I'm gonna say edge, corner, linebacker. Well, there you go. Bucket with your girl. First one. Let me put these up there for y'all so y'all can see. Bucket with your girl. This is her weakest to her least weakest. So she got cornerback being the weakest, D-line being the second weakest, linebacker being the third weakest, and receiver and safety. Yeah, I got to flip bucket with you. I got D-line first, edge first, then cornerback, then linebacker. So we agree. We just flipped the cornerback D-line. I got D-line edge number 1. So we think alike a little bit. So I get where you're going with that. I would put safety in front of receiver though. Let's see who else. Mobile Bucks said linebacker, corner, safety. Yeah, linebacker's the weakest. The weakest. Okay, corner, yeah, safety. Yeah, safety wouldn't be a bad idea. I think when you get a big safety next to Winfield Jr., like a Cal Hamilton or Jesse Bates. I love me some Jesse Bates, the beast. Sal says edge, middle linebacker, cornerback. Yeah, edge. I think edge is number 1 need, man. Jesus Christ. I got linebacker number 3. Cornerback is number 2. Cornerback, edge, middle linebacker. So yeah, so we all kind of agree. We just got the order kind of, different a little bit here and there. Edge, linebacker, corner. Yeah, so we all kind of agree that edge, linebacker, corner is like in our top 3. Cornerback, DN, middle linebacker. Everybody said cornerback the weakest. Man, I'm saying D-line the weakest. Outside pass rusher. Big Buck, that's how I got it. Outside pass rusher, cornerback, linebacker, safety, then receiver. Cornerback, safety, middle linebacker. No edge, Nana? Why no edge? You see that? You know who coming back for edge? Nah, come on, man. Fam, you put safety over edge? Man, I'm about to bring you to the locker room, fam. You might explain that. I'm about to chop you across the neck. I gotta chop you across the neck, fam. You my guy. I gotta chop you across the neck for that. Safety in front of edge? Wow. It's crazy. Not you're not crazy. I'm just saying, like, I'm about to bring you in the locker room on this weekend, fam. I'm gonna chop you across the neck. Like Ric Flair chop too. That's crazy. You're not crazy, but I'm just saying, like, you don't even have edge in your top 3, and you seen our edge? Oh, come on. Pass rush, safety. You too? You got safety number 2? King Cook. What's going on with safety? Do y'all think safety is that big of a need? Like, don't get me wrong. If you go safety first round, Malachi Starks. Don't get me wrong. But outside of that, that's like a second, third round type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing? But the Bucs do need to get a Jesse Bates or a Cal Hamilton next to Winfield Jr. because Winfield Jr. is small. He's small. He's very small. Cornerback, middle linebacker, edge. Okay. Shot beats. Okay, I got you. Yeah, glitchy, man. Like, what? You threw me off, man. Yeah, I got glitchy for a second. I was like, what? Safety number 2? After watching that pass rush, I'm talking about sacks by the outside linebackers. I'm not talking about sacks by a nose tackle or a 5 technique. I'm talking about edge. Nelson, Stoinka, Like, it's not enough. Not enough. Can you imagine if we get a guy that can rush the passer with Vita and Kalijah Clancy, because they both had 7 sacks. So can you imagine we get a guy on the edge that can play easy 8 sacks. Easy 8 sacks. Yeah, I think the Bucs just need to get some look, all three, like edge, cornerback, linebacker, all three. And I can agree that they all pretty even as far as the need. But man, like, just infuse one of those positions with talent, because if you infuse the outside linebacker with talent, you infuse the cornerback with talent. I'm just saying. The Bucs could have drafted Quinyon Mitchell. I'm just saying. They got Graham Barton, outstanding rookie. But I'm saying Quinyon Mitchell. I'm just saying. Yeah, you watch what Jared. Yeah, that's my point, Tony Lee. No offense to Yaya Diaby, but we just sat back and watched Jared Verse. Beast mode. Unblockable. You don't think we need one of those guys on the D-line? On the edge? Come on, man. Savasi Dennis is injury prone. He's gonna always be injury prone because he's small. He's small. He's a small linebacker. So he's gonna always be injury prone. Like Winfield Jr. Small, injury prone. So the Bucs can mix and match getting a veteran pass rusher and a young guy in the draft, or a veteran cornerback and drafting a young corner. You know, the Bucs can mix and match these things. Linebacker, there is no first round linebacker. So let me make that clear, in my opinion. Now the Bucs can get a linebacker in the second, third round, cool. But don't draft no linebacker in the first round. Safety, cornerback, or edge in the first round. And there's only one safety I want in the first round, Malachi Starks. If we don't get him in the first round, I don't want nobody else in the first round. Go get one of the cornerbacks or an edge rusher. The Bucs can pair this up, though. You know what I'm saying? The Bucs can pair this up. They can pair it up. Whatever they do in the draft, they can double it up on the free agency. So, like, rookie corner, veteran corner. Veteran pass rusher, rookie pass rusher. Veteran linebacker, rookie linebacker. They can do it like that. I would be okay with that. All three positions, draft a rookie and get a veteran guy. First down. That's it. I got it. All three positions, cornerback, linebacker, pass rusher. Draft all three and get a veteran guy at each position. Levante David put a post up on Instagram. Y'all think he gonna retire? And don't get no washed up veteran either. I don't want to see the Bucs with a Chris Baker or Albert Hainsworth. Go get a veteran that's like 28, 29, 30, that still got some play in him. No Deshaun Jacksons, no Chris Bakers, no Albert Hainsworths. All three veteran guys, linebacker, pass rush, and cornerback, all can still play. I wouldn't mind that at all. That's 6 guys. That's 6 guys that can come in and play. But no ridiculous washed up guys with bad attitudes. Would y'all be okay with Will Johnson from Michigan, the cornerback from Michigan? Will Johnson, 6'2"? Yeah, he put a post up on Instagram, like a picture of him with the towel over his head, with his head down. I think he's throwing a hint out there. Even if he was come back next year, how much more can he give us? Because the middle of the field was food. In my Sal voice, the middle of the field was food. He's food. We ain't got no dogs in the middle of the field. KJ Britt. In my Sal voice, food. I'm gonna do a couple mock drafts. Yep. I'm gonna do a mock draft after the Senior Bowl. I'm gonna do a mock draft before the draft. Then I'm gonna do a mock draft the day before the draft. So I'm gonna give y'all 3 different versions of my draft. dog food. Dog food. Yeah. We had no line. The Bucs linebacking core coverage wise was like one of the worst in the NFL. We had nobody that could really cover the middle of the field. Food. The catch percentage in the middle of the field for the Bucs was like terrible. And we need some youth and some athleticism at linebacker. KJ Britt is a run stopper. Levante David, old, still got some juice in him, but if y'all watch Levante David this year in the middle of the field, nah, man. He was looking lost out. He was looking slow, man. But he was really good inside the box. You can't run no sweeps. You can't throw no screen passes on Levante David. But when you drop back, that middle of the field was food. Russell, Britt, David, and then you got Sebastian Dennis, what he injured from. Then we don't have that versatile safety, that big versatile safety like a Jeremy Chin, just Justin Hamilton, a Jesse Bates. I love me some Jesse Bates. I'm gonna keep doing it. A CJ Gardner Johnson, a Reed Blankenship, a Minka Fitzpatrick, you know what I'm saying? Kirby Joseph, a Brian Brandt, another guy like that at safety. But I think we should go big at safety. Like a Harrison Smith. You know what I'm saying? We need a big safety that can cover the slot, that can play in the box. That way Winfield Jr. can stay back and use his instincts. But we need a big safety, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that can play in the box. I don't want to see Winfield Jr. in the box. Winfield Jr. is a monster in the back end. Like, you just let him read the defense, but when you move him up, it hurts the secondary. The Bucs could have drafted Brian Branch too, and Quinyon Mitchell, and Cooper DeJong. They could have drafted a couple guys. Yeah, Levante David had a lot of responsibility. He couldn't do it. It was too much. Yeah, Kirby Joseph, like I would put Winfield Jr. in that same category. They're good ball hawks. I want to see Winfield Jr. stay back, and monitor the passes. I want a bigger safety in the box. No more Jordan Whitehead, Mike Edwards, Ryan Neal, none of that. That's terrible. Terrible. So yeah, we definitely got to draft linebacker though. The Bucs could have drafted Jack Campbell, I think. Yeah, a lot of pressure on Levante David. It was not even fair. You can see him out there struggling. You can see him, like, you can watch Levante David run. You can tell he was struggling. Like anytime he had to run in space, he couldn't do it. But going downhill and reading the runs or screen passes, oh, Levante David still elite. It was like watching Bobby Wagner. Like him and Bobby Wagner are basically the same player right now. Neither one of them are good in coverage, but they're good in the box. Mm-hmm. So yeah, linebacker, edge, and cornerback. Draft all three and get a veteran in all three. It's the same player. Barry Carter, not bad, not a bad idea. And even Clemson, right? Barry Carter, Clemson, right? Was in North Carolina. What was it, Clemson? Jack Sawyer, y'all, who was Jack Sawyer? Devin White couldn't cover up. He couldn't cover himself with a blanket. Yeah, I thought so, Sal. Barry Carter, yeah. I watched him. I watched a couple of games, the Clemson games. He stood out on tape. Chris Paul Jr., Barry Carter. There was another two or three of them. I'm gonna go through all this already, folks. Don't worry. See, I'm right with you, Sal. I'm right there. When you said Barry Carter, I was like, yeah, that's the guy from Clemson. I got you. We're gonna talk about it. Bucks fanatic, what's up, man? We're gonna talk about it Saturday. Matter of fact, let's get together Saturday and let's go over all this right here Saturday. We're gonna talk about Senior Bowl prospects. You know what I'm saying? Who looks good? I'm gonna do a mock draft, early mock draft, and then I'm gonna do another one before the draft, and I'm gonna do another one the day before. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of guys that the Bucks can use this draft. This draft is deep. Tight end, running backs, edge, D tackles, and cornerbacks. If the Bucks don't get 2 starters out of this class in the first 3 rounds, I'm gonna be pissed off. I don't want no more Chris Braswell. I don't want to see a Chris Braswell type second round pick. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see a Chris Braswell type pick in the second round. I need to see him on the field. Whoever won in the second round, because you know the first round pick gonna start. Whoever is going to be drafted in the second or third round, I need to see him on the field. Yeah, I got you, Young Deezy. That's gonna be pretty dope. We're gonna do it again. The locker room mock draft. We're gonna do it again. That was fun. Like have like 10 people in there, and we do our mock draft. You know what I'm saying? We do the first round, stop it, go over the first round pick, do the second round. But yeah, we're gonna do it again. Everybody got to put up the mock draft site, the simulator. We're gonna open the locker room up and we're gonna get it in. That'd be pretty dope. That was dope though when we did last year. Yeah, that was cool, man. Young Deezy, that's I like that too. That was pretty cool. Yep, because everybody picked, and then we started. They picked again. Yeah, I like that. The second annual locker room live mock draft. That'd be pretty cool. Now that'll be the day before the draft. But anyway, shouts out to all the Pirates Sleep Bandits. Thank you for joining this live stream. I had to fight through it. I got a nasty cold with a nasty cough. I'm gonna take me some Theraflu and some honey and some lemon and some vitamin C. Hopefully Saturday I am back to normal. But we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this some more. So y'all go back. Y'all go watch the Senior Bowl practice and go do your research, because y'all know how I get down. I does mine too, to a degree. Anyway, fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. Hashtag you good? You good? Hashtag you good? Hashtag facts and feelings. Hashtag when your eyes tell you. Hashtag don't get mad at me. I don't play the game. I just talk about it. Hashtag why? Hashtag what are we doing? Hashtag reality of optimism. Hashtag probability of a possibility. BucosLocker signing out. And I'm gonna get on that ginger. I know how to make ginger shots too. So hopefully I'll feel better Saturday. Y'all have a good Thursday and Friday. I'll see y'all Saturday.